The psychological composition of an individual. This is a very simple model, but it's one that I use in my own clinics when I meet patients for the first time and have about 30 to 40 minutes to meet that person, learn their history, hear their story, win their confidence enough to consent them for surgical procedures lasting 4 to 5 hours in duration at times. When I have someone in front of me, meeting them for the first time, I think this person is, first of all, a composite of their purposeful learning and decisions that they have made. This person is intelligent, they've thought through things rationally, they're able to understand what I say at a rational level, and we can communicate based on their true construct of the world around them. This person is also a conglomerate of their unconscious agreements. What does that mean? Through life, we've all been exposed to information, to ideas and decisions that we've made by agreeing with information presented to us, whether or not we've had the chance to evaluate that information for its truthfulness. And as a result, we have a number of false notions and ideas which are contributing to our psychological makeup and influencing us either for bad or good. And when I meet someone, I realize that I'm dealing with probably a composite of both types of learning. One book I've enjoyed tremendously that really takes this topic on in fine detail allows us to ask the question, why are my thoughts and emotions not positive? And this is the book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. He makes several points. One, children do not choose their beliefs, but they agree with the information that's passed to them. So we become a collection of true and false agreements based on the information passed to us. For example, if a teacher tells a student that they are stupid and the child agrees, that child may then act stupidly for years to come so as not to violate their agreement. If the child really believes that he is not intelligent, he will purposely act in non-intelligent ways to support that presupposed understanding. So we can break old agreements and we can make new agreements. Correcting false agreements becomes a path to our own emotional health. The difficulty is we don't have a list of all the agreements we've made. We know they're in there. How do we identify past agreements which are not serving us in an optimal way? The answer is by making new agreements. And the author proposes 4 agreements for positive mental health. And let's just look at each of these closely and take them for the opportunity that they do provide. Number 1, the author says, is be impeccable with your word. Your word is your creative power. Speak in the direction of truth and love. Do not speak against yourself or gossip. Use your words to break false agreements. Next advice is don't take anything personally. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality. Nothing others say or do is really because of you. Be immune to others and avoid needless suffering because of other individuals. Don't make assumptions. Humans want understanding to feel secure. When we don't understand, we make assumptions. This generates false beliefs, which allows us and compels us to take things personally. Misunderstanding and a need to make people wrong because of false assumptions. So don't make assumptions. And the 4th advice is always do your best. Do your best at every opportunity and be aware that your best can change, whether you're sick or whether you're healthy, whether it's noon or whether it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Avoid regret and self-abuse by doing your best at every moment under the circumstances during which you find yourself, as steps towards correcting your false agreements, improving your psychological health in a way that will unleash and hopefully engage your mind-body connection towards your greatest health and longevity. So we have this principle of being impeccable with your word, and we can suggest affirmations for healthful mind-body congruency. And this is really the topic that several authors have taken on in our history, and I'll invoke 2 of them, which I found particularly useful in this regard. The first is Florence Scovel Shinn, who passed in 1940, classic book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. And a second author, Louise Hay, here in her series, The Power of Your Spoken Word. Again, tools that I can suggest that perhaps we can use to maximize our mind-body connection by inscribing very positive thoughts in our minds, in our other organs, in a way which our own bodies and our own psychology is encouraging our systems to produce and enjoy the greatest quality of life that's possible. So the power of your spoken word. Louise L. Hay, every word we speak is creating our future. Every thought we think is creating our future. Your thoughts create your life. What you think and what you say becomes true for you. She says everything you think and everything you speak goes out from you into the universe, and then it comes back to you multiplied. It's almost as if the universe is listening to everything you say and everything you think and saying, oh, well, that's what they want, so let's give it to them. Too often we're speaking negatively about ourselves, how awful we are, we aren't good enough, we can't get this or we can't get that. How can the universe bring you anything good if that's the way you are talking? She suggests begin to listen to what you say, begin to listen to what you think, and don't say anything, don't think anything if you don't want it to become true for you. The power of your spoken word, your thoughts having their own energy, being like photons of quantum energy, which we put out into the universe, into the reality to resonate and vibrate, influencing that great checkerboard of life such that circumstances and opportunities arrange themselves and come back to us to bring us what in fact we have asked for. So ask for things that are helpful, ask for things that are most consistent with your quality of life and what you truly desire for yourself, and realize that you can confuse the system by sending out the wrong signals, the wrong information. If you talk badly about yourself, the universe may send back to you cancer, because you're speaking destructively towards yourself. So be very careful to be speaking words, to be sending thoughts consistent with your own health, well-being, and longevity. A very important principle that we really have not understood enough in the spirit of true full disclosure. Here's a picture of my affirmation cards. Sentences or statements that I make audibly on a regular basis with the right tonality, with the intent of aligning my mind-body connection in a way that brings the conditions to my life which I seek and want for myself. So let's share a few of these affirmations that we can speak aloud in a very deliberate fashion by ourselves and to ourselves in a way that is hopefully optimizing and best harnessing our mind-body connection. These are statements that have been suggested by the two authors that I have presented. For the first, let's say, I love you. I really love you. Look yourself in the mirror, make eye contact, and repeat out loud with the right tonality, I love you. I really love you. Louise Hay says, respect and appreciate the incredible and magnificent being that you are. Like a small baby, be thrilled and rejoice that you have a body and are alive. Be filled with love, full of courage, and adore yourself. I love you. I really love you. And if your reaction to that statement is, oh, I don't love you. I know about you. I know you failed me yet last week. You've gained weight. You didn't get a good grade on the test. I know about you. I don't love you. If that's your initial response to that statement, then that's your first signal that there's work to do in this area. Keep going back to the mirror. Keep making the statement until that statement becomes true for you. Become your greatest ally in your own health and well-being. Another information, only good lies before me. Life is difficult. Your affirmation is, only good lies before me. Say it out loud daily with confidence, your voice resonating through your body, your voice going out from you, coming back to your ears, to your brain, to your body. Only good lies before me. Ingrain it in every fiber of your being. Affirmation for adversity. None of these things move me. Florence Chin says, when you're faced with an adverse situation, agree that the situation is good. Be undisturbed by it, and it will fall away of its own weight. Have no emotional response to an inharmonious situation, and it will fade away forever. So in the face of adversity, in the face of difficulty, your verbal spoken affirmation becomes, none of these things move me. I love this one. I have a wonderful work and a wonderful way. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. I have a wonderful work and a wonderful way. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. Say it, affirm it, speak it out loud, speak it happily for your own career, your own job, your own employability, your own opportunities. Resonate that you have work, it is wonderful, you have pay, it is wonderful, you give service, and it is wonderful. Let that resonate through every fiber. Infinite Spirit, open the way for my immediate supply. Let all that is mine by divine right reach me now in great avalanches of abundance. Give me a definite lead and let me know if there is anything for me to do. That's an affirmation for abundance and direction. We don't need to see the solutions to our problems. We have to simply affirm that the solution to our problem or our situation is out there and that solution is coming to us. Infinite Spirit, open the way for my immediate supply. Let all that is mine by divine right reach me now in great avalanches of abundance. Give me a definite lead and let me know if there is anything for me to do. For direction and clarity, Infinite Spirit, open the way for the divine design of my life to manifest. Let the genius within me now be released and let me see clearly the perfect plan. I am fully equipped for the divine plan of my life. I am fearless in grasping the opportunities which appear before me. I call for guidance and protection every minute. I practice the presence of God every minute. Nothing is too small to bring to God. I acknowledge Him at all times, and my affairs go smoothly and miraculously. Our daily verbal affirmations for success, for happiness, for health, for well-being. Say it aloud. Let your words, your voice resonate through your body, enter your brain through your ears, change your physiology over time through the process of repetition in a way that maximizes the health that you can obtain using that very strong mind-body connection that we describe in such tremendous detail. Here's an affirmation for medical healing. I deny the appearance of disease. It is unreal and therefore cannot register in my consciousness. I am a perfect idea in divine mind, pure substance expressing perfection. And an English novelist says something similar. He says, refuse to be ill. Never tell people you are ill. Never own it to yourself. Illness is one of those things which a man should resist on principle at the onset. So please don't say, well, the doctor said that I will just deny my illness or my disease and I won't have it anymore, and therefore I can quit my treatments and go off my medication and everything's going to be fine. No, we're not saying that at all. If you do have a diagnosis and that's been explained to you and it is apparent that that is the case, please be a good patient, cooperate with your doctor, and take your medication. What we're saying here is that once you've done that and you go back and you are with yourself, your own psychology should not make your body a hospitable hotel or resort for disease, where disease is welcome in you to lounge around, exist, live, grow, multiply, enjoy, do everything that it wants inside your body. Your body is not welcoming at all to disease and illness, and that's the mindset you can have, that you can hold on to maximize mind-body connection, to minimize and prevent illnesses from occurring in yourself. All the while, you're accepting your diagnosis, complying with the treatment of your doctor, and being a good patient. For yourself, in your own mind, I deny the appearance of disease. It is unreal and therefore cannot register in my consciousness. I am a perfect idea in divine mind, pure substance expressing perfection. I like the author, Dr. Joel Osteen. He's someone, I saw this book in an airport and purchased it for the purpose of my flight. One of the smartest things I've done. I really have enjoyed the affirmations that he has provided, which are an extension of those that I've shared already. I haven't seen Joel Osteen's program regularly. I have seen him several times on Larry King Live and enjoyed some of the dynamic that he had with Larry King, who's quite a dedicated atheist, and Dr. Osteen, or Joel Osteen, being an evangelist of sorts. And anyway, their interactions are always very curious. I appreciated his book and some of the affirmations that he's provided. What he's given is 30 affirmations, one for each day of the month, with his suggestion to speak that affirmation over your life, over your circumstance, one for each day of the month, and you can repeat month after month to maintain the very positive affirmation strategy and to keep it continually working for you and growing in your experience. He says, in a declaration for favor, I declare, and we use the right tonality here, I declare God's incredible blessing over my life. I will see an explosion of God's goodness, a sudden widespread increase. I will experience the surpassing greatness of God's favor. It will elevate me to a level higher than I ever dreamed of. Explosive blessings are coming my way. This is my declaration. That's from Joel Osteen, day 1 of his book. Let's jump ahead. A declaration for emotional intelligence. I declare that I am calm and peaceful. I will not let people or circumstances upset me. I will rise above every difficulty, knowing that God has given me the power to remain calm. I choose to live my life happy, bloom where I am planted, and let God fight my battles. This is my declaration. I declare that I am calm and peaceful. For us high-strung individuals, that one is particularly useful. From day 21, here is his declaration for victorious living. I declare God's supernatural favor over my life. What I could not make happen on my own, God will make happen for me. Supernatural opportunities, healing, restoration, and breakthroughs are coming my way. I am getting stronger, healthier, and wiser. I will discover talent that I didn't know I had, and I will accomplish my God-given dream. This is my declaration. I'm Joel Osteen. And one declaration purely from Scripture, which has been suggested to me, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Each day I am transformed from one degree of glory to the next. Goodness and mercy follow me every day of my life. So to summarize, for the mind-body connection, we see that this is real. It is powerful. It is potentially transformational. We can harness our mind-body connection, make it aligned with our health and longevity objectives through correcting our agreements, which we can achieve with daily verbal affirmations, such as I have suggested here.